PMIS video for content only. Take 2. Hi there, it's Dr. Marr from Highland Pediatrics. I wanted to chat about a developing condition called PMIS that has been in the news lately. PMIS, or Pediatric Multisystem Inflammatory Syndrome, is being studied in connection with COVID-19, and it can seem pretty startling if you just read about it on the internet. So what do we know about PMIS? We know that this process is similar to 2 conditions we study in our first years of medical school called Kawasaki disease and toxic shock syndrome. These 2 conditions are not new to us as medical providers. In fact, we already routinely ask questions to specifically screen for these conditions during our visits together. We have experience in diagnosing and managing these conditions through our training in the intensive care units, emergency rooms, and everyday office visits. While the definition of PMIS is unique to COVID, the overall features of it are not new to us. So what is PMIS? The condition is called Multisystem Inflammatory Syndrome in children, MISC, or Pediatric Multisystem Inflammatory Syndrome, PMIS. This is a condition in which 4 to 6 weeks after one is sick with COVID-19, they can develop a grouping of symptoms such as a fever for more than 3 days. Let's point out, though, that most of the fevers children will experience this year are going to be from routine viruses and not from PMIS. Abdominal pain, diarrhea, or vomiting. They can have a rash or changes in skin color. They can have trouble breathing. They have confusion, conjunctivitis, lymph node swelling, sore throat, swollen hands and feet, passing out, or are really cranky. So how common is it? Kawasaki disease and toxic shock syndromes like PMIS are quite rare. At Highland, we see maybe 1 case of Kawasaki disease a year. In regards to PMIS, among the 343,051 patients diagnosed with COVID in New York City, there were reported 110 cases of PMIS. This results in 3 cases for every 10,000 people diagnosed with COVID. Let's bring it closer to home. As of May 15, 2020, for all the 5,440 people diagnosed in Bristol County, there would be just 1.6 cases of PMIS. Of the total cases of coronavirus in Massachusetts, only 53 children under the age of 18 have been hospitalized, and Massachusetts has not reported any pediatric fatalities connected to COVID-19. In my experience with multisystemic inflammatory conditions, they usually come in clusters, which means until we start seeing them in an area, we can breathe a little easier that it's not happening at the moment. As well, these types of conditions don't usually present with 1 or 2 symptoms, but have several of the symptoms noted above pretty close together. And compared to general virus illness, children with these conditions tend to look really, really sick. So if your child has just one of the symptoms above, don't panic. Give us a call, though, if you want to discuss it. Highland Pediatrics is committed to educating and caring for our children, and I'm confident that children in our community will be safe. If you are concerned about PMIS or anything else regarding your child's health, please reach out to our doctor's office. At Highland, we have developed a variety of ways to take care of our children, including video visits in your home and in-person appointments at the office. From the Highland Pediatric family to yours, look for updates on our website and Facebook page, and please stay safe.